that somewhere else.
The Environmental Quality Incentives Program, or EQIP, is a continuous sign-up program allowing landowners or operators to apply for financial and technical assistance from many types of conservation practices. And USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service in Florida has made it easy to get more details. Just log on to www.fl.nrcs.usda.gov. You'll find links to more detailed information on the overall EQIP program, or simply stop by your local NRCS office.
I'm Tyron Spearman for Southeast AgNet.
April showers bring May flowers and unbeatable lawn and garden prices at Rural King. Like this bad boy 54-inch zero-turn mower for just under $4,000 cash. Or this DeWalt 25-foot extension cord, just $24.98. Or assorted mulch, starting at $1.99 a bag. Shop now at RuralKing.com or your neighborhood Rural King. America's farm and home store.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be partly sunny with a high of 90 to 94. Patchy clouds tonight with a thunderstorm in spots late and a low of 71 to 75. Saturday will be mostly cloudy with a couple of thunderstorms, mainly early in the day. High 85 to 89. Then partly sunny and humid on Sunday. High on Sunday 87 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holdren.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Join Gary and Don Crawford of Pinnacle Retirement Advisors for Retirement with Pinnacle, Saturday mornings at 9 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Don't miss Retirement with Pinnacle with Gary and Don Crawford, Saturday mornings at 9. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
This hour of Ocala Talks is brought to you in part by Blockers Furniture. Go see all their specials at blockersfurniture.com.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. On a Friday, I want to take time out for a moment and talk to you about a new place here in our community that's helping people immensely. And I'm talking about people that live with chronic pain, knee pain, joint pain. Well, if that's you, listen carefully because now there are new treatments available right here. I'm not talking about surgery or steroids. These are regenerative treatments from the medical professionals at QC Kinetics. And they have offices right now in Ocala and the Villages. QC Kinetics is the leader in these exciting biological therapies that help restore and repair your damaged tissues in your joints. And you get lasting results, people. If you've got pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, back, joint pain that won't go away like I do, you need to check out these new treatments that have been astonishing patients with satisfaction. They can actually help your body restore and repair itself with no downtime, no drugs, and you don't have to go under the knife. There's no surgery. Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain, and don't let them put you under the knife. Really, 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 I impress upon you to call QC Kinetics now for a free consultation. Offices in Ocala and the Villages. Call them at 352-400-4500. Again, call QC Kinetics, 352-400-4550. I'm passionate about being pain-free, folks, so give them a call. I found something yesterday. Somebody, I frequent Facebook a lot because of my job, and I know that some of you don't like Facebook, aren't a part of Facebook, and I get that. But every now and then I come across something on Facebook that I feel like I have to share with the audience. And now, I'm not taking a political stance here. It doesn't matter to me what your opinion is, what your thoughts are. Make your own decisions. But a friend of mine on Facebook, Mark, put this out about a question he asked his dad. And I think it's very poignant now in this discussion because we're talking about the leaked, one of the leaked arguments from the Supreme Court that looks like that the Supreme Court's leaning towards taking the onus of abortion away from the federal government and giving it back to the states. And Mark, his dad's a retired pastor, and Mark asked his dad if he was pro-life or pro-choice. And Mark shared his dad's answer. He said, "My dad said, I'm pro-choice and pro-life. Men and women, with very few exceptions, have many choices in the world to engage in unprotected activities that both consenting adults know could produce life. Men wear a condom or get a vasectomy. Women take the pill or use some other form of birth control available, or at the bare minimum, take the day after pill. We all learned in health class in middle school what the consequences are for sex without a plan. Safe sex is always best in a monogamous marital relationship. Other than that, I fully support the tons of choices both men and women have to have safe sex, but if you choose to ignore all the safe precautions and end up pregnant, well, then that's just life. Men don't have the same options. If they engage in unsafe sex and a woman decides to have the child, the man can't go to court and legally abort their consequences. They're called deadbeat dads if they try to abort or avoid the results of their unsafe choices. They pay child support for almost 2 decades. We don't call a woman who gets an abortion a deadbeat mom. If you believe in equal rights, shouldn't men have the same right to decide if they want to be involved or legally abort their rights and responsibilities? You can't have it both ways. No one in any other circumstance gets to avoid the consequences of their choices. You rob a bank, you can't go back, return the money, and get a pass. Of course, if abortion is necessary to save the life of the mother, then that's a self-defense medical procedure that most likely is an excruciating decision for the woman. Killing a fully grown human being is legal if it is truly in self-defense. The rape or incest issue. The woman had no choice because that horrible thing happened and their choice was taken away. I do feel like they should, as soon as possible after they find out they're pregnant, have the choice returned to them. I believe less than 1 to 2% of abortions are for those awful reasons. I believe in most rape cases now it's recommended that the day after pill is taken. So in response to your question, son, you can have pro-choice and pro-life. Choose to have better decisions and don't play unsafe. That's the best summation I've ever heard to this question. And where I really like is men can't go to court and abort their responsibility. We say if a woman chooses to have the baby, even if the dad doesn't want to have the baby, he's pushing for abortion, and the woman chooses to have it, he's on the hook for 18, 20 years to pay for that baby. Why can't he go? If she has the right to go and abort a child, why doesn't he have the right to go abort his responsibilities if he doesn't want the child? Can't have it both ways. If she doesn't want the child, she can go abort it. If he doesn't want the child, too bad. If she wants it, he's on the hook for the money. Thanks for sharing that, Mark. That's one of the best explanations. That's one of the best answers to that question that I've ever read. That summation is very good. Like he said, you can't rob a bank and then go back and take the money back and say, sorry, and they let you go. So just think about that for a while, folks. And that's a former pastor that said, hey, he believes that in rape, incest, stuff like that the choice should be given back to the woman to decide whether to have the baby or not. That's what I agree with. And if a woman has the opportunity to abort a child, to choose to abort the child, why can't the father have the choice to abort the responsibility of the child if he didn't want the child? If the mother doesn't want a child, she can go abort the child. If a father doesn't want a child, too bad. Better pony up your money or you're a deadbeat dad who's going to jail if you can't pay child support. something doesn't seem right there. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to be a part of the program. I just wanted to share that because it was on my feed, and I thought, wow, that's pretty good. I thought it was going to be one of those religious objection things where the former pastor, just lambasted the act of abortion and everything, and what he lambasted was the act of unsafe decisions. If you're going to play with fire, understand you will get burned. That's the premise of that. But if you have it one way, you can't have it. You can't expect the other side not to want it the same way. I really thought that was a very, very good and very well thought out answer that a dad gave his son when asked a point blank question: are you pro-life or pro-choice? And he seems to be both. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Bow time. Ever taste something so good you just get hooked? Like the Bojangler, the only fish sandwich splashed with Bo's famous seasoning. So we're having a fish fry, Bojangle style, spicing up premium fish fillets with the good stuff and slathering them with melty cheese and tangy tartar sauce to hook your taste buds with just one bite. Reel in a Bojangler today, only at Bojangles.
Catch the Bojangler at 4828 Southwest College Road here in Ocala.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Hey there.